Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching my video for today. Today's topic is just so interesting. Today we are talking about 3 red flags you should look out for when you meet a new person, especially when you meet a new man. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. Our point number 1 is when somebody tries to pull out the sympathy card. That is a major red flag you should look out for. Let's say you meet somebody, they suddenly start talking to you about, somebody's death in the family or a loss in their business that they recently had, and they cannot stop talking about it. They want to whirl you into their emotions and use you for their own healing process. They're not there to build anything serious or solid with you because their emotional state right now does not allow them to do that. And you don't want to be a part of anybody's healing process. Leave that guy on his own. Let him do his own healing. You don't want to be a part of that. Trust me. Point number 2, he shows no clarity at all. Now, when men are not sure about what they want, they probably will not show that to you when they meet you. But they can't hide that either. So what they do instead is they're going to ask you so many questions because they want to know what you are all about. They want to know, what does the girl want? You know why? Because they want to adjust their answers and their behavior according to what you just told them. So they're going to end up asking you so many questions, and if your answers are something like, I love a lot of flowers and I like, long trips and road trips and stuff like that, guess what? For the next 2 weeks, you're going to see so many flowers around everywhere sent by him, and so many road trips leading to no destination at all. You don't want that. So for the most part, I suggest ask them a lot of questions. Ask them tons of questions, whatever you like to know. As long as you're not asking any vulgar questions, you're allowed to ask as many questions as you like. When you initially meet anybody at all, look at it as like an interview. You're technically interviewing the person. The more questions you ask, the better you will understand that person. So I suggest ask the guy a lot of questions, ladies. Let them answer. Let them do the talking for the most part. And if somebody asks you, what do you want? Say something very general. Say something like, I like somebody generous. I like somebody chivalrous. I like somebody who's really kind. This way, you have answered their question. But at the same time, you weren't as clear. You left something for him to figure out about you. And that makes you more mysterious. And that makes you look a bit more classy as well, without being too direct. Our last and third red flag for today would be intimate questions. If somebody initially meets you and they start asking you intimate questions and very, very personal questions, that is never a good sign. That is a major red flag you should look out for. Some of the most commonly asked questions include, how many guys have you been with? That is usually not a very decent question to ask. The guy just wants to know your answer and use that answer to his advantage and put you in one of those categories. Okay, she has been with 100 guys. Means this is the type of girl she is. Oh, she has only been with 1 guy. That means I can take her a little seriously. Oh, she has been with 5 guys. I think she could be a good buddy to me. You don't want to be put into any category at all, so usually it's best to totally disengage and not answer that question. There is one question even worse. How many guys have you slept with? Now that is a very, very indecent question. It's a very feminine question to ask as well. A real man would not ask you that question, especially not in the beginning. It is a major red flag. They are just asking you that question to put you into a category. There is no good intention behind this question at all. Now, if you're a girl who is looking for something stable, somebody who's a provider, somebody who's a family man, look out for this question, which is, how much money do you make on a monthly basis? Girls, provider type of men are never going to ask you that question at all. A man who can provide for his family is never going to ask you that question, especially not in the beginning. If somebody asks you that question in the beginning already, that's a major red flag, because they're not looking to provide and take care of you. They're looking to probably build something with you, and that's okay if that's what you prefer. But if you are the girl who wants to be taken care of, that is not your type of guy, because he might go Dutch on everything and he wants 50-50, and not everybody believes in 50-50. At least I don't. Another very, very insecure and intimate question to ask is, you're so pretty, how comes you're still single? There must be so many people after you. girls, now don't be flattered and say, yes. Shut up. This is just a test. Do not answer that. Do not engage into that question at all. It is just a test. They're just going to put you into a category. Be very careful about what you say. And as I already said, ask a lot of questions. Let them do the talking initially. Let them talk a lot, and you just be that mysterious woman that you are, and let them figure out a lot of things about you with time. The more time they take to know you, the more invested they are into you. And that leads to usually something more stable. And usually a man who is really interested in you is not going to ask you these insecure type of questions anyways, because he's already so happy that you are available in the market for him. He's not going to ask you that questions. It's not going to bother him at all. Now guys, that will be it for today. These are like my 3 major red flags to look out for when you're meeting somebody initially, or when you're meeting a new partner or something. These are definitely some points you should look out for. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you can learn something from that. If you're somebody really, really young and just currently getting into the dating game, or getting to know somebody, or if you're looking for something serious or somebody serious, these are definitely some red signs you have to look out for, and be very, very careful about what you decide for yourself. And on that note, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be hopefully making weekly videos and drop them on my YouTube channel for you girls to watch, and I hope that it will help you so much during your journey of leveling up, lifestyle in general, you know, being more successful in your business, and hopefully also in the dating game.